the lines themselves have evolved. In the beginning, it was a discussion point for creatives and production to focus on work and celebrate work. And it's evolved into a marketplace of ideas where all parts of marketing are now coming together to celebrate the best of what brands can do and what message deliver. And because of that, the importance has grown. It's become McCANN as the center of our marketplace for what we do and everything else. Every other award show, every other conference, this is the place that you need to be, with a mix of clients, with a mix of agency. Ideas, brands, partnerships are started here and then fostered back home. So the evolution of that has become very important. I think the most underlying important thing of McCANN for us being here is it's a reputation, but it's also defining us as a place where, from recruitment to morale, it's a place that people want to be part of. And in terms of a global network, McCANN is becoming its best, and it's reflected here over the last few years. Last year with the incredible success of Dumb Ways to Die. This year we're off to a great start with 2 more Grand Prix, one in media and one in effectiveness. And it's showing consistency as we're growing as a network. And the evolution for that, for our brand, as a brand that was known for servicing big global clients, is now we can do that on a global scale but also be creative. So that double power of what we have as a network is coming to fruition. And honestly, I don't think really there's any other better network at delivering for global brands than McCANN. I think the challenge of multiple categories is, it's a way to make sure you're showing the work in its best way. To me, the most important thing is to make sure you're delivering the idea. And if your idea is best shown in a social media environment that wins in cyber, great. If your idea is best done through a branded content place, great. It gives, because we have such a wide canvas of places where creatives now can execute, McCANN's reflecting that canvas. And it's a challenge for the industry and the creatives to figure out, okay, what's the best way, where does my story belong? That part of it gets a little awkward, because if it's a great story, it fits across multiple categories, as Dumb Way to Die showed you. If it's a big idea, it works across everything. So is there a challenge that maybe there's too many categories, it's spread too thin, some of them are becoming redundant or obsolete? People are entering things that might not be direct or might not have traditionally started as PR, but because they're a great idea, they generated PR. That's always going to be the McCANN debate. But to me, it's about making sure that if you have a great idea, that it's celebrated, and that's what McCANN really is all about. Network brands are like any other brand. It's interesting because one of the discussions I've had with Chris Weil, the head of Momentum, clients want to know who they're working for. It's an interesting thing that if you're a creative or an individual, you want to know the company you're working for. Clients want to know that the business card they're getting if they're coming to McCANN or one of our partner agencies, that they're the best at what they're delivering. So in terms of reputation, you want to make sure for McCANN or MRM or Momentum or all of our brands, that when we're best in class in what we do and do it well. And I think Worldgroup is set up to deliver that we can combine seamlessly. And collaboration is about being a group of equals. And when you come into a room and you're a group of equals, you can deliver for a client. And Worldgroup is very much that. So from a reputation and brand building standpoint, when a client comes in and we need to solve a problem for them, being able to put best of class services in front of them and get rid of all the other stuff that can get away of collaboration, we've found a way to do it, and it's reflected in what's gone on at McCANN over the last couple of years. New business is coming in, our creative is growing, people are now wanting to come work for us, and that's why the importance of a brand and all those things working cohesively is important. Because if it's not working well and people don't understand what we're doing and where we're going, it's very hard to recruit, it's very hard to win business, it's very hard to get great work, and all those things are syncing up for us right now. At the end of the day, it's the people. McCann Worldgroup is made up of 23,000 people around the world who, work and like what they do. I think we've gotten to a much better place that people are. It's not about happy, it's about being proud and wanting to deliver and enjoy being in the work and creating the work that we do every day. And it's effusive. When one office does well in one country, it spreads around the world. Rob Riley's fond of saying, what's good in Oslo is good in New York, what's good in Melbourne is good in Lima, what's good in London is good in France. And that's coming to fruition. We're, the pockets of where the greatness is happening all over the world. It's not just one place anymore. And that's the sign of a great network. And we're on a good run with that right now.